Someone messaged me and was like, you seem like you're just constantly having an identity crisis. And I don't like answering stuff like this all the time, although I do more of it lately, but I'll just answer right here and say, yeah, I am. I don't know who I am. Like, I do, but I don't. Depends on what we're talking about. And I am constantly thinking about these things of, like, where is my life going? Who am I? Where am I headed if I'm doing this? And, like, where am I trying to be? And what color should my hair be? And how should I dress? And who should I hang out with? And oh my gosh, I have no friends. Or like I have friends, but I don't see them very often. I'm like constantly analyzing my life and myself. Like these things, I don't have an off switch on my brain. I'm always thinking about that. So if I stop writing about it or stop posting about it, you will think, oh, I don't know, probably, oh, she's figured it out or she's not thinking about that anymore. But I always am. I've just posted about it more lately. Yeah. Number one, I don't want to just pick one thing and stick to it. I like trying on a million different mindsets and styles and everything. I just like trying everything. Number two, who are you? Like, you just know who you are and you figure it out, or you only have a life crisis like once every 6 years? Like, I feel like I'm thinking about this more consciously than some people are, so I go through it more often, whereas some people have, like, a horrible tragedy happen to them that wakes them up and then they go through this, but, like, they don't go through it very often. But I feel like I just think about it more, so I deal with it more often. But, like, do people who don't analyze themselves constantly lead better lives as they're just on autopilot 24/7? Like, I don't really want that either. I see that as the only two options. If there's a third, let me know. Yeah, it's probably not ideal that I don't have it figured out by now, and I keep changing my mind, and I keep saying, like, now I'm going to figure it out, and I've realized I just need to do this. And then 3 months later, I'm like, wow, I'm not happy. I've actually been going through this. Like, they're trying to say that, like, I keep saying that I've figured it out and I understand it, and then a few months later, I do that again. So it's like, are you ever really happy? No, I'm not. I'm trying. Like, it's not ideal that this is my life, but that's the reality of my existence. Like, I could package it up and paint it a different way, but I would be lying. This is my reality, so I don't know. You can observe it all you want or change the channel, but that's just how it is. I don't know what else to say. Actually, I take that back. Are you ever really happy? Yes. I go through a lot of happy times and I go through a lot of sad times, and you don't just figure it out once and then live that way forever and you're never sad again. I feel like that's a very childish mindset. Although I do flip-flop between life crisis and on top of the world more often than most people, I acknowledge that. But it seems a little bit childish to think that I would just figure it out once and never change my mind again. And I'll just be happy forever. I don't really see that as realistic, but if you think you live that way, congrats. I just want to formally apologize to anyone that can smell me right now. How was the realest? He was the realest. I was the baddest. We was the flyest. No. Yeah. I was the illest. Oh, frick, what did she say?
He was the realest, I was the baddest, we was the illest. When he approached me, I said, yo, what the deal is? In and out them dealers, rockin' chinchillas. I got him in the back of that back, I think he catching feelings. Now it's all eyes on us, and it's all lies on trust.
Word of advice for anyone who records harmonies and vocal arrangements. I highly recommend listening to Usher before you record, especially like older Usher, like the Confessions album or whatever. Every time I'm like, oh, I just want something fresh and new, like good ideas. I listen to him and like analyze and take notes of like, oh, he throws in a low octave there, randomly doubles that part of the line, come in with group harmonies there, call and response. Like, he does so many good vocal parts in like so many of his songs. Like, yeah, always inspires me. To her face, she opened up the door and didn't want to come in.